50 lessons small business owners wish they had learned prior to starting their business. Yes, we are in a series. Finding and keeping good employees is tough. Why? Because employees help grow your business, um, but the hiring mistakes are costly. I've been in situations where we have hired employees and used the word managed. Okay, that word is relative. While I did not sit in on the hiring process for said employee, when this employee said, "Oh, I manage this department," once that employee got to me, the word managed was something I recognized she would check off tasks. That's not managing. When you hire, be clear in when you're asking, do you manage programs? Do you manage people? What are you managing? Because that makes a big difference. Are you managing tasks? That means you actually, like I say, you check off tasks. You manage to get your work done, is what that is. Hiring a good accountant, bookkeeper early. Listen, that is not my skill set. I have an accountant. Um, Messy books lead to tax, trouble and missed financial problems. One thing you want to do is invest in professional help early. There's a key group of people that you should have on your team: an attorney, an accountant, those two for sure, or a bookkeeper if you have one. Okay, set clear terms. Invest in professional help and find it easy to use programs. Okay, listen, QuickBooks, while I can't tell you that's what you should use, that's what I use and my accountant uses. So I make life easier on her. While I may have a hard time going back, and it's what it is. I don't go in and click what goes to what. I wait and it pile up, and she's like, "Get it done," so I go get it done. And she's probably watching this. Be Done Tax Accountants. Thank you so much, Brittany. Not every customer is a good fit. We should know that. You don't see designer labels saying, "Hey, everybody's welcome." No, no, no. Not every customer is a good fit for you. You want to set clear terms and politely stop working with difficult clients. It's okay to walk away. They make the statement, not all money is good money. And when it comes with a headache, it's probably not. Okay. Set work-life boundaries. Well, I firmly believe there's no such thing as work-life balance. You have to set capacity. What are your capacity limits? Business can take over your life and it can lead to burnout. I, for one, experience burnout. So I understand how that can be really, really detrimental to my health. It will be detrimental to your health as a business owner. So understand what capacity looks like. Okay. Take time to rest. Your body needs rest. Your brain needs rest. Know when your brain is most active. Try to utilize your business efforts during that time. Okay. You want to make sure you schedule your work hours and stick to them. A couple of my clients, I had to reiterate, you can't offer your services in the wee hours of the morning or the night and expect, they expect you to be available 24/7. So what we did, we utilized that as an opportunity to scale their business. If you're up and you feel like, okay, I'm available, then you know what? Make those your VIP hours. And during the day, you give yourself a 30-minute break in between clients so that you could come down off of your previous consult. And for those that want to do the subscription and talk to you during that time, that's great. You could, square in and make the money during that block. But for those that want to be able to reach you when they having a meltdown or they want to have these type of discussions with you after 6 o'clock, then that is your VIP service. So you need to charge more. After that consultation and that conversation with my client, she has now opened up her second and third office space. So that alone will bring in additional revenue. Okay. So you want to track your business expenses from day one. Save every receipt. Log every expense weekly. We all are guilty. I don't do it. I can't say I always do it. I should, because I have to go the week. At the end of the week, I'm like, okay, what did I do? Was this really for? So I'm speaking to you when I'm speaking to me in that sense. We all understand that business taxes are complex, so missed taxes mean fines and audits. Avoid that. Okay. This is where we come in. We're talking about money. Get somebody who's gifted in that space. Okay. Set aside money for your taxes with every sale, every contract, every agreement. Okay. Now, I will want to say it's okay to pivot or close your business. We are in an age in our economy right now. Small businesses are wondering or pondering the thought: do I pivot or do I close? If you don't have an advisor or someone, you're not contracted with someone to have these discussions, pray about it. That's my theory for everything. Pray before you start talking to folks. Talk to God, talk to folks, and then come up with a plan. Okay. Check results regularly. Okay. And don't be afraid to change directions. It doesn't mean that you're a failure. Changing directions, pivoting on something you're already working on. Hey, listen, that's life. You never know what options are available. Mentors and networks are invaluable. When I say that, I mean you have consultants like myself and or advisors like myself and others that are in this industry to help deal with whatever you have going on in here business wise, to put it on paper, to kind of work through those processes. That doesn't mean you can't do it on your own, but it's always great to have a network of people, one, to network business ideas, joint venture on contracts. Sometimes it takes more than just your brain to be able to go out and bid on a contract. You want to make sure you have these things, you understand that you have these things available to you. Okay. Join the local business groups, chambers of commerce. I spent the last 6 years overseeing Black chambers of commerce in the state of Louisiana, working with those chambers, and some of them are watching me on this audio, on this recording, and they follow me. They know I am a stickler for networking. Relationships are really important in the business industry and in entrepreneurship. Okay. So I would suggest join your local chamber of commerce. There's plenty. Doesn't have to be, specifically to one culture. The only difference is it gives you a sense of being, but also it expands your network. I taught a webinar recently where I stated that, you have your network of people, right? And I was speaking specifically to boards, executive boards. And I mentioned that they should go and they bring in different board members from different industries, because that'll help build their chamber or their organization. This can go for any organization. Someone from the HR field, someone from accounting, someone that's a business executive, someone that's in community. All these people bring assets, okay? And they help financially, because what happens is they each have a network of people. So as their network comes, it becomes your net worth for your organization, because you have just that many more people to have relationships with. You have access to funding and different things like that. Okay. Learn to delegate. Doing everything yourself leads to overwhelm and mistakes. I am one who had to learn how to delegate. Okay. Understand you can't do everything. And automate your processes soon. I'm big on automation. Put it on automate. Automate. And that way systems can help you be more efficient. If you are enjoying this series, make sure you join us at trinitystrategic.co or join us back here on YouTube or TikTok. My name is Kawana Cannon, and it has been a pleasure. We have 21 through 30 coming up next. Make sure you like, comment,